Welcome to the Round of Wisconsin here at the Road America race course here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Roman Rahal and Kenny Meyer round out an all-Ohio front row with Aiden Shepard and Noah Hart in third and fourth, DJ Curtis in fifth, Tristan Wilhoit in sixth. Finally, Tristan Wilhoit qualifies well in one of these races. Dodd is in seventh with Madeline Myatt eighth, Tauger ninth, Brock 10th, and Griffin 11th. Great to see Griffin up the order, especially considering this is his last year. Vanderpesh 12th, Bouchard 13th, Allen 14th, Ace Vito 15th, Jones 16th, Arndt 17th. Arndt, remember, he needs to get a couple of points because now he's lost the point lead to Noah Hart. 18th to Angel, 19th to Freeze, Monaco in 20th. Bishelia, Baskinger, great qualifying position by Wallish, getting up into 23rd. 24th for Pericles, 25th for Cohen. Great to see Cohen that far up the grid. 26th for Davidson, 27th for Durian, 28th for Dormitory, 29th for Dover. Bad qualifying spot for Padcar in 30th. Caldwell in 31st, Lamas in 32nd, Halleck in 33rd, Fitzwater in 34th. Bad run for both the Pertec Team Australia cars. Dunbar in 35th, and then Becca Moss crashed out from in the carousel on her qualifying lap, on her main qualifying lap in Q1, and the pole sitter from last year won't get a shot to retain that crown of being a pole sitter here at Road America. Other than that, there isn't a whole lot going on, except the fact that silly season has begun for next season. We're going back to two-car teams next year simply because there's a lot of teams going on the grid, and ARCSOA doesn't want more than 36 full-time cars on the grid. So without further ado, I don't think there's much to talk about, so let's go to the race. Roman Rahal and Kenny Meyer will lead the field down to the green here at Road America. And as they go onto the front stretch, they crest the hill, and we are going to be off here at Road America, and away they go. Down into turn number one they go, or station number one, that is. Looks like Angel's looking out in the back for a move there. Looks like Bouchard's going to try and make it good there, as well as it looks like Rahal's going to hold the lead there as we go through the order here. Make sure everybody makes it through safely. Looks like they do. And Rahal's going to get into the lead pretty quickly here. It looks like Noah Hart's going to take over second over Myatt. And it looks like Noah Hart's on another one of his amazing runs here. Everybody's been clean so far in this. Bad start for Halleck, by the way. But now as we go down to the very aggressive station number 5, look at the lead Rahal's already gotten. Here comes DJ Curtis looking for third, maybe. Or he's going to get fourth, I think, there. Oh, crash further back. Bunch of cars in that got damaged. I see Griffin's got damage, Bouchard's got damage, Angel went off, and a blue and white car. I think that might have been Alex Allen went off. And we got more cars stacking up further up the track. That is Halleck maybe going around, or Fitzwater. And outside of that, yes, it was Alex Allen, and Vanderpesh also got some damage as well. But as we go through some of these corners here, and we've got some heavy rear-end damage here on Bouchard and Griffin's car. We're going to take a look and see what happened there in a little bit. Looks like Arndt's got some front-end damage on the 83 as they rocket down through the kink for the first time. Oh, there goes Ace Vito around, and that's a dangerous spot on the track, and that's Pericles in it. We saw a wreck down there in the past. That was a really bad one there with Jeffrey Finguy back in the day, and Pericles and Ace Vito are done. And that could have been a lot worse there. And Monaco goes off the track as well. Looks like Freeze has some damage as well from an incident there. However, onto the front stretch again, I'm guessing Bouchard and Griffin are going to have to pit, or at least, well, Griffin's coming in because Griffin needs some major damage repair. So a bad start by Griffin. Another crash further back there. That was somebody else wrecked. Oh, we got Dormitory and Halleck off the road in two different spots as well. So there was calamity all over that first lap. And here we're going to look here and see what happens here. Who was the first car to set this off? This was actually Griffin. No, it was Alex Allen slamming into the back of Griffin. And Angel went off the road as well. Not sure what happened with Vanderpesh. Remember, he started pretty high up the grid as well. Here's the view of it from Vanderpesh. Allen didn't use any brakes there. Well, neither did the 19 either. And they just all went off the road there. little further up the road, here's Gurian turning the 59 around. That's a Fitzwater. And Fitzwater would get out of that with minimal damage, if you ask me. However, he would continue onward in that incident there, as we're going to go up to the 11 car. He should be coming up to where his incident was pretty quickly here. Yeah, it looked like this one was maybe John Arndt tapping him here, maybe? No, it might have been actually Bobby Jones. I'm not sure, though. Oh, no, he got into the 17th, so that was on him, and then Pericles just been the bearer of bad luck all year, clobbered him, and this was what Pericles had to deal with here, and just around he goes into the inside wall there. We've seen a lot of bad accidents down in that kink before, so I was really glad to see Pericles get out of his car safely, and that wreck could have been a lot worse. We're on board with Kyle Bisceglia here, another Ohio native, just barely missed this one here, as you're going to see Ace Vito goes off the track, was back on the track, and just right there, Pericles wrecks right in front of him, and that was a pretty scary incident there. So something happened down here in the final corner of the track here with the dormitory getting turned. The 81 just dumped him into the tire wall, and then somewhere else the 60 went around as well. And probably in avoidance to what was going on, the 60 just loses it and goes off the track and backs it into the tire wall. So that was kind of silly there by Halleck. At the end of lap 2, Kenny Myatt and Dornan Bouchard would have to pit. Myatt ran over some debris and would end up having to bring it down pit road for a debris hitting his grill, actually. It wasn't a tire issue, but they had to fix it because it was being a real problem for his car. And then Bouchard pit because of damage repair. So Roman Rahal leads over Noah Hart and Aiden Shepard. A little further back, you've got two CJ Racing cars of Will Hoyt and Curtis. Curtis will not be back with CJ Racing, however, the 25 of Will Hoyt could be. We're hearing that that car might be renumbered 9, since the 9's not going to be back with the FBR car, so Will Hoyt could be driving the famous number 9 next year, who Myatt hasn't exactly done the best with it. Kenny Myatt hasn't. Madeline Myatt now and Chris Dodd are doing battle, and that's a pretty intense battle if you ask me right there, as the field rockets their way onto the kink for the next time there, as Noah Hart's got to find some way to start reeling in Roman Rahal, and he actually is doing that. There's Aiden Shepard as well in third, and that's where things are going to get quite interesting if you ask me. Curtis is in fourth with Brock in fifth, and then sixth through eighth there is Dodd, Myatt, and Tauger, who Tauger's been on a tear as the season's really progressed. Jack Hallecksdale would get from bad to worse when Gurian would turn him there into the wall. They both go, and they collect the 77 of Cohen there. And that's going to be big damage for Halleck. So Halleck's race goes from bad to worse, and he's going to fall out. Dornan Bouchard's been in third for a while, but ever since the American 700, Bouchard really hasn't done a whole lot this year, and I think he's going to start losing off on a little bit of ground there, especially with John Arndt in the points right now, and with Noah Hart actually going to be gaining more points on Arndt here, because he's running second, and he's also, might I add, reeling in Roman Rahal for the lead of this race by a tenth a lap. So third is, like I said, Aiden Shepard, who Shepard's been obscenely consistent this year, and then there's Will Hoyt, who came to the party a little late here, but is the fastest car on the track, might I add, right now. Will Hoyt is by quite some margin. No, actually, no, he's not the fastest last time by, because Curtis is faster than him. Roman Rahal would bring it down pit road, though, on lap number 5 with Curtis. I'm sorry if I said Curtis was the fastest. He wasn't. Will Hoyt was. Curtis was a second slower than Will Hoyt. My mistake. But Rahal's going to be the first to pit. That gives the lead to Noah Hart here. Here comes Will Hoyt making a move on Shepard here. The Texan native Will Hoyt, the new, is going to fire down another Texan native, that's Shepard, and take over second position. So two Texan natives fighting it out, duking it out there. And down the back straightaway once again for Will Hoyt. Now his job is to catch Noah Hart. Oh no, not this again. But that is a very tough pit road exit, and Rahal just proved it there. He had the first pit box there and now has clipped the wall over there, and that's not what you do And now Rahal has a lot of right front quarter panel damage. So Rahal's going to need to be careful now, and that's going to really set up a battle for the lead here. And I think that's going to give Hart the lead of the race, actually. Chris Dodd now is trying to make a move on DJ Curtis for the position here. Also, you got to remember, these cars also being Bouchard and Myatt. Well, Myatt especially, we don't know why Myatt pitted. They said it was for grill damage. However, they said he could have kept going. There's thoughts that the 9 could be trying to throw everybody off with a really wacky pit strategy. I don't like to talk about pit strategy this early in a race, however, could they be up to some chicanery here? I don't know. Everybody else brings it down pit road here. Ooh, Eddie Champadkar with damage. Wonder what happened to him. Talia Wallish would turn Padkar in, I don't even know where that is on track, and Padkar would get backed into the wall. That one was all on Wallish, I believe. Let's take a look at that one again. That could be a steward's inquiry, if you ask me. Here it is again. We're going to take a look here. Wallish is going down low, and he just gets into him. That's definitely going to be a steward's inquiry on Wallish. There's no way he's going to that the stewards are going to let that guy get away with what he did there. That was sad. And now this is coming out of the pits here. Tristan Wilhoit would actually beat the 18 out of the pits, and here comes the 9. Remember, the 9 could be on a bit of a crazy pit strategy here, and this could actually put... Oh, and he got held up there, but now it's Wilhoit is in the lead of the race. However, Myatt would have to bring it down pit road, because remember, like I said, he's on a radically different pit strategy than everybody else. He did get up to 3rd quickly there, but I don't know if I like this strategy. It's something different, but I don't know if I liked it. He didn't start off very well, if you ask me, either. The 9 didn't. The big mover on that last run was William Brock in the 2 car. He's up to 3rd position right now, and he's trying to catch Wilhoit and Hart in the lead of this race. And this could be very interesting here. Big loser on that one was actually Shepard. He's back to 6th. There's Bouchard, actually. That's up to back to 7th for Shepard. Bouchard, like I said, he should be on the same strategy as Myatt. Remember, he had some rear-end damage there, but watch Bouchard possibly as this race goes on. Tristan Wilhoit in the lead of this race, however, is pulling away on Noah Hart in 2nd. However, Hart, remember, he doesn't really have to play too aggressive of a game here, because he's going to come out of here with a big points lead. The big battle's for 3rd between Brock, Curtis, and Dodd. Great to see Curtis finally back up the grid. Haven't seen Curtis since Road Atlanta up this high up the grid. And he's just been the bearer of bad luck. Shepard and Tauger, I think Bouchard's brought it down, actually. Or, actually, there's Rahal on pit road. Bouchard's actually somehow on the same strategy as Rahal and Allen. Oh, okay, Kyle Bisceglia, I thought... Oh, John Hart, no! No, that's bad! John Hart has blown up the 83 car, and... Oh, you gotta be kidding! Well, I was saying Noah Hart's life is pretty easy because Arndt's behind him. Now Arndt's not gonna get points this week. Uh-oh, that's not good for... Arndt's just gotta hope Hart falls out. Remember when Becca Moss started 36th in this race after crashing? Well, she's pretty much up to 10th-ish now, or 13th-ish. Becca Moss is doing her best right now, and I think Becca Moss deserves a lot of credit for in 10 laps getting up to 13th place from starting 36th. Or now 11th, actually. So Becca Moss gains a ton of spots in the first 10 laps of this race, and she is, I think, now the fastest car on the track. Well, she's not the fastest. There are 2 cars faster than her. One is Tristan Wilhoit in the lead, and the other is another major female in the order. That's Madeline Myatt in the 1 car doing a very quick job here. She's the 2nd fastest car on the grid, or on the field right now. But right now, Tristan Wilhoit is pulling away from Noah Hart, and Hart's, I think, in cruise control now, because he knows he's going to come out of here with a pretty big point lead, as long as he finishes in the points. So, but there is Daytona coming up, and Daytona could be a big thing for a couple of drivers, because that is a 50-pointer. You got Darlington in between there as well. But as we kind of see what happens here, Tristan Wilhoit is doing an absolutely awesome job on his first road course back ever since filling in for Scott Roush, who vacated that ride after some Illinois shenanigans. Madeline Myatt now is the fastest car on the track, and she is on a mission, a 153.4 for Myatt. This is an impressive showing by her. She's going to try and help, well, she's not helping her teammate out. She's just trying to find a way around these two because they're holding her up big time here, that being Shepard and her teammate, Trek Tauger. And this is where things are going to get interesting. Also, another car on a pretty quick lap was Jake Baskinger. Becca Moss kind of fell off the pace, not off of her earlier pace, that is. The driver I'm watching now is Kenny Myatt, because Kenny Myatt is just flying. Dodd and Curtis would bring it down pit road here. They're going to try and out-pit strategy a couple of these cars here. As there goes Myatt looking down low on Shepard. Shepard's going to race pretty hard, though. She's got to be kind of annoyed there with those lap cars here. But look at how 152.9 for Wilhoit last time. So Wilhoit setting track records this weekend in that 25 car. However, Wilhoit, the next lap, would bring it down pit road. There's Noah Hart coming in as well with William Brock, and should be everybody pitting this time, as here they all come. I'm looking for the 9. What's the 9 going to do here? Because the 9 should be on a tad different pit strategy here. And remember last year, Noah Hart had to pit with 1 to go, giving the race to Dodd, so Myatt might be able to somehow finagle around the fuel conservation game by essentially making an extra pit stop and not losing all that much time on pit road. Oh no! Tristan Wilhoit grenades from the lead coming out of the pits, holds up Noah Hart, William Brock, and a bunch of cars there. Everybody's trying to get around him, but Wilhoit's bad luck strikes again. He had it. He was dominating this race and blows it up. That's got to be the most heartbreaking thing right there, was Wilhoit grenading the motor. Oh, I don't know what to say about that. He just blew it up coming out of the pits. Because of that, Sean Angel and DJ Curtis have gotten by Noah Hart, Trek Tauger, and William Brock because they were all held up. But more importantly, Myatt and Bouchard have a massive lead right now. Granted, they've got to pit soon. And now Dodd, who, remember, I think pitted way earlier, is in the lead of the race. So Dodd on pit strategy could end up getting into another Road America win. I almost called this place Road Atlanta. 2 totally different tracks, if you ask me. As Myatt should be coming in. Bouchard should stay out a lap here. And now Dodd with his massive lead. Or, well, his provisional massive lead, as Bouchard takes over the lead of the race. And we would have a pretty serious accident entering the kink here, as Becca Moss and Madeline Myatt would wreck each other into the kink, and upside down goes the one car there, and out of the race they both go, and that one might be getting a steward's inquiry, I believe. 2 of the fastest cars on the track here are battling around this track here. Myatt was pretty slow off the carousel here as they enter the kink. Myatt comes over to block, however. You really can't go too wide entering that corner, and maybe Moss should have backed out of it. I think they might want to look at that, maybe award Moss a strike for that. However, Myatt did make a pretty aggressive defensive move there. I don't know, this could be considered a racing deal here, because we're looking here as Myatt wasn't playing too nicely. Oh, that might have been a bit intentional, actually, there by Moss. We're hearing Moss didn't like how Myatt cut over on her there, and Moss just turned her. Now that I look at that again from that angle, that one's all on Moss, and that's probably going to be a strike on Moss. Dorn and Bouchard would bring it down pit road, giving the lead unquestionably to Chris Dodd. Second position now should be DJ Curtis. And the driver who got royally screwed was Noah Hart. Hart should have had a huge lead there, and now he's down to 5th. Well, 4th, actually, because someone was on the pits. But now it's Tauger in 3rd, Curtis in 2nd, and Dodd's in the lead. Chris Dodd may have a lead, but DJ Curtis is about a half second faster than Dodd. And, well, that could be pretty interesting because Although he does have Malachi Cohen separating himself and Curtis. However, Curtis has got a long way to go to catch anybody, I believe. Curtis would bring it down pit road as problems for Vince Freeze. Looks like he had a mechanical problem on track. Dodd stays out with a 152.3. So now he's the fastest car on the track right now as Tauger and Hart go blasting by Cohen. Or, well, Tauger does. Hart kind of has a little bit more trouble with Cohen. A 152.6? Man, all these cars are in the 152s. Anybody in a 151? I'm just kind of surprised that we're seeing 152s. Interestingly enough here, we're going to take a look at this. Bouchard actually got in front of Myatt here. So on that crazy pit strategy call, it might not be working for Myatt for the win. And it's actually working out pretty well for Bouchard in second, or for a possible win here if he plays his pit strategy card right. A lot of slower cars in the top 10, though. Ahead of this group, you've got Baskinger, Brock, Shepard, and Bobby Jones. They're all a lot slower than Bouchard and Myatt. Myatt's quite a bit faster than Bouchard, by the way, but it's going to be interesting because they should all be pitting this time. Yes, they all are. Nope. Baskinger and Brock are staying out. Shepard is coming in. Jones is staying out. I believe Caldwell is going to come in. He's running 9th right now. Yes, he's bringing it down. And Bouchard and Myatt should be staying out. So this could be interesting. Aiden Shepard, though, would fall out due to tire issues. Not sure what that means, but he would fall out of the race. Tough break for him. Actually, Chris Dodd beat Bouchard and Myatt out of the pits, so that just kind of shows what the pit strategy calls have kind of been. We're just waiting on to see where Baskinger and Brock are going to fall into this, and I don't think they're going to beat Dodd there, but Dodd now has a pretty big lead right now. Brock and Baskinger would fall behind Davidson and Hart. Actually, Tauger still remains in his position there. Myatt, I believe, is on pit road. Or he's already pitted. Keep in mind, Myatt actually isn't in that bad of a position right now either. He's still pretty solidly in the points, despite, I think, theoretically making a one more pit stop than everybody else. But Dodd's continuing to lead this race, and Bouchard, we're hearing, he's coming in this lap. Well, there's the fastest lap you're going to see for a while. 150.8 by DJ Curtis here. A full second, or almost a full second faster than Chris Dodd. And we're seeing it right now, how quickly he's reeling in. Curtis is reeling in Dodd. He's realizing it's time to go. Curtis is, and this is an impressive showing here by DJ Curtis. However, Curtis has to short pit, actually, because they realize he's not going to make it. So now it's a Tauger versus Dodd battle, and Dodd's a little quicker than Tauger. Okay, so now I'm wondering if they're starting to think that the 88's got the right strategy here. The 88 and the 9 do, because Curtis is on that strategy, I believe. As he just takes fuel that time. There goes the 88 by his teammate. He's going to slot in behind him. I'm thinking that's what they're banking on, is that the strategy move that the 88's on could end up winning him the race. I don't know. This is just... Road America plays a lot of pit road games here. It's been a bad race for Vince Freeze. Freeze has been slow and in the way the whole race of other cars trying to pass him. And, well, now he's in the way of Chris Dodd, and he's not being the best of back markers to Dodd. Even though his main competition has now pitted, Dodd's kind of stuck in his own boat here. I think he's still on the optimum pit strategy, or the optimal pit strategy. However, Dodd's just got to kind of play his game here and hope that it works. And he's been stuck, him being stuck behind Brock here, or behind Freeze. Oh, nope, he's coming in now. He's adjusting his pit strategy. Okay, everybody's adjusting their pit strategy. So this could help out a lot here for some people. as pit strategies are a-changin'. Baskinger, Brock, and Jones, I think, are stuck. They are definitely stuck here because now they had just pitted. However, we saw Myatt pit after 2 laps. So this is where things get very interesting because here comes Don out of the pits. Where's he going to slot in comparison to the 88? Here comes the 88, and here comes the 41. It looks like the 41's actually going to get him. So that's an interesting development here. The 88 is still behind Dodd. However, the 88's got a lot more speed than Dodd, though. This could be a big battle for the lead here. And there's DJ Curtis back there. Captain, I'm going to run 150s. And here comes Bouchard diving for the lead of the race. On track and on merit, but will they be able to make it? I don't think they will. I think they're going to have to... Everyone's going to have to make one more stop. Bouchard might have to make 2. So Bouchard's going to have to do a fuel conservation race here. As is Dodd, for that matter. Baskinger, Brock, and Jones would bring it down pit road not too much later. And, ooh, Chris Dodd is not running very well here as Bouchard is on a tear. Is he staying out? Because I really want to see what kind of lap this would be. No, he's not. But if he did, he might have just broke the Road America speed record here. So now everybody's on the same strategy, it seems like. And now Curtis has caught Dodd, who is choking away this win. Something happened with Caldwell. Caldwell's coming out of the pits here, and Alex Allen... Well, I don't know about that one. That was a bit funky. We're going to go on board with Alex Allen here. I think he's already got a strike today. And... well, that could be number 2 for him on the day. That was a bit silly. And that was too. Dodd and Curtis now are dueling quite hard here as they're going to enter the kink here with only 8 to go. But 8 laps around Road America is an eternity. Here they come down to Canada Corner for the lead. Trek Tauger's loving what he's seeing, by the way. And here comes Curtis as he dives for it. But now you've got Dodd fighting back. But it looks like, ooh, this is just really sketchy here. But Curtis is going to take over the lead of the race. Oh, big kink hit there for Chase Dunbar and Zayden Davidson. They had a big wreck in the kink. We kind of missed it, but they had a wreck in the kink there as it wasn't too serious. Dunbar would get out of the car. Davidson would be able to drive it back. However, it looks like Dunbar is going to be out. Credit to Cody Lamas. He's on merit in 7th position. Great to see the KR Subarus doing well here. And Eric Monaco's recovered quite well from a mediocre starting spot in 9th. And DJ Curtis is just a man on a mission right now. Dodd short pits over the the 15 car. So the 15 of Curtis is right now leading over, and because of that, Dodd short pits. So Dodd now is in a boat here where he is trying to battle with he's behind Bouchard and Myatt actually by a long margin here. So they're going to have to pit again. It's just a question of, will Dodd have to pit again? It's going to be close. It's going to be really close if Dodd will have to pit again. I think Curtis might be in the good. Also, Baskinger wrecked too. Wonder what happened to him. Baskinger was fighting with Noah Hart. This was a couple laps before that. And around goes Baskinger in the kink and into the fence. And nearly takes out Brock in the process. That was a racing deal. You could tell immediately that was a racing deal. Great avoidance there by Bobby Jones, by the way. That is a blind corner. Great job missing him there. DJ Curtis still has not pitted, so this is a good move. Brock's got to bring it in. Jones has got to bring it in. I'm thinking Bouchard's going to have to pit pretty quick here, too. However, DJ Curtis will have a tough time getting by Vince Freeze. A whole lap he got stuck behind Freeze, and I think this has got to be the lap he pits. Has to be. Yes, he is bringing it down this time. Looks like Hart's quite a ways behind him, actually. And we're looking to see where Dodd... Ooh, Dodd is a long way back. I don't think Dodd's got a shot anymore. Here comes Curtis out of the pits. Tauger beats Hart out. Everybody else seemingly is pitting, and Dodd is so far back, he's in another zip code. Dodd's not even going to get second, I think, because Tauger's going to get second. Third's going to go to Hart. He had a horrid pit stop, Dodd did. Horrid pit stop, and well, now it's a race between Trek Tauger and DJ Curtis, and with the way Curtis has been setting laps, I don't think anyone's going to catch him. However, Trek Tauger's on the move. Tauger has been a master at closing the deal at the end of these races, and now he's possibly going to go for the three-peat. Here he comes up the hill. Trek Tauger, with only a handful of laps to go, is now catching DJ Curtis. Curtis had a terrible outlap here, and now Tauger... Oh boy, Trek Tauger had one win coming into this season, and now Tauger could end up. Oh, but he slides wide! Oh, he slid that wide there, but Tauger could end up getting 3 in a row. Down to Canada Corner again. Tauger is right there on DJ Curtis. I've got to be honest with you, if I would have said that, if there was a possibility of anyone saying that Tauger could win 3 in a row, I would have thought, oh, that they make contact! But Tauger's gonna take the spot! Oh my goodness, Trek Tauger somehow made that work! And Trek Tauger might end up winning 3 races in a row. Oh boy! If Tauger pulls that off, gosh, Tauger wasn't even a real contender for a championship, and Tauger now could be a Hall of Fame contender for that. Because I think only Nick Mace has ever done it, but oh, Tauger's getting held up by Baskinger. And Baskinger's making his life very difficult. Look at DJ Curtis! He pulls it off! I saw a move similar to that in Formula Alpha once, with a lap car in the middle here, but here comes, oh, but Ian gonna get it that time. That was an aggressive move, but now Curtis is fighting back, and now Tauger's fighting back, and Tauger's gonna hold the spot. Meanwhile, further back, it's a big calamity fest in the back, right? Well, not really, but it's going to be a close battle between Dodd, Lamas, Bouchard, Myatt, Monaco, and Angel. That's 6th through 11th. Wallish in 12th. Good to see Wallish up there. But yes, it is an absolute... And Tauger's pulling on Curtis. Oh boy. And Trek Tauger is going to come to take the white flag. Now, okay, Kansas and Michigan are kind of similar, but Road America is a totally different animal. And Tauger is going for his 3rd win in a row. Like I said, he's only had 1 win coming into this season. He does have, I think, a lapped car in front of him of Freeze, who's been a nuisance today. But he does have a lap car. And Curtis, so now Curtis is 2 seconds slower than Tauger. Well, 2nd in a couple tenths, actually. But, yeah. Tauger, if anyone would have thought Trek Tauger could have won 3 races in a row going into this season, I would have... 3 races in... Heck, I wouldn't even have bet Trek Tauger would have won a race this year. Yet possibly getting 3 in a row. He's halfway home from getting 3 races in a row. I cannot... I think Mace did it once. Mace did it once, but I don't think anyone has done it. I mean, this kind of dominance hasn't been seen in years in ARCSOA. And by Trek Tauger, of all people, the oldest driver on the field. You know, there was an ARC driver back in the day who did something similar back in the ARC. A 50-year-old ARC driver won 4 in a row. That was impressive. But now you've got Trek Tauger in a far more competitive series, might I add, than the ARC was. Only coming with really 2 more corners to go from getting his 3rd win in a row. And the final corner for Trek Tauger, and I cannot believe I'm seeing this. I really can't. Trek Tauger comes up and over the hill for his 3rd win in a row in the ARCSOA Elite Series. It's hilarious to me that Tauger did it. Good on Tauger. 2nd goes to DJ Curtis. Doesn't exactly get back to his race that he probably should have won at Road at Atlanta. 3rd to Brock, and 4th to Noah Hart. 5th's going to go to Bobby Jones. Let's go down to your full finishing results. Well, after this race, I think you got to start considering Trek Tauger as a championship contender, because 3 in a row is quite impressive. Trek Tauger wins the race, DJ Curtis 2nd, William Brock 3rd, Noah Hart 4th, Bobby Jones 5th, Dornan Bouchard 6th, Myatt 7th, Lamas 8th, Monaco 9th, and Sean Angel 10th. Wallish 11th, Dover 12th, Bisceglia 13th. Hey, Wallish got points! It's a miracle! Wait a minute, back up the train. I didn't even realize that. Good on Wallish. 14th for Gurian, 15th for Fitzwater, the last points paying position. Dodd! He was leading and is down in 16th position. And he didn't have that bad of a pit stop. He had to be down a cylinder or something at the end of that one. To finish 16th and not in the points. 17th for Griffin, 18th for Ray Hall. What a miserable pole run that was for him. He hit the pit wall and hadn't been anywhere since that. 19th for Baskinger, 20th for Dormitory, 21st for Cohen, 22nd for Fries, 23rd for Davidson, 24th for Dunbar, 25th for Caldwell, 26th for Allen, 27th for Shepard, 28th for Myatt, 29th for Will Hoyt. Will Hoyt was dead blazing fast today, and it was a shame he fell out from the lead. 30th from Moss, 31st for Arndt, 32nd from Padcar, 33rd from Halleck, 34th for Vanderpesch, 35th from Pericles, and 36th from Ace Vito. We should explain how DJ Curtis lost his big lead. Apparently, they thought he wasn't running well at the end of the race either. Remember, in a couple laps, he lost 4 seconds to Tauger. So they apparently determined that he was misfiring. So that's what caused DJ Curtis to lose the lead at the end of the race. However, he was able to bring the car home in 2nd. But Trek Tauger gets his 3rd win in a row. Let's go to your points. Well, here we are with Noah Hart in the lead of the points. John Hart in 2nd, and Trek Tauger, he's only scored in 3 races. All of them have been wins, might I add. So he's sitting on 90 points. Bouchard is in 4th. He actually gained quite a few points. He's up to 88 points. And 5th is to Bobby Jones. 6th is to Padcar, who didn't score points today. 7th to Angel. 8th to Baskinger. 9th to Fries. 10th to Dodd. Pericles is sitting on 62. Shepard, Monaco, and Myatt. Ray Hall, Madeline Myatt. Kenny Myatt leapfrog Madeline Myatt. Brock, Roush, Curtis, Bisceglia, Moss, Halleck, Alex Allen, Ace Vito, Vincent Allen, Griffin, Lamas, Davidson, Dover, Shallrot, Gurian, Vanderpesch, Fitzwater, Dormitory, Wallish, Caldwell, Dunbar, and then that's your full-time, basically. Halleck still leads Rookie of the Year. No shock there, if you ask me. Halleck hasn't scored in a while, since Illinois, but I'm starting to watch somebody like Dover to start maybe getting up the order here. But right now, I think all eyes are on Trek Tauger. I think, I got to check up on this, Nick Mace has won 3 in a row. I think Tauger has tied Mace for 3 in a row. No one has ever won 4 in a row. So next week is the round of Darlington. Can Trek Tauger get his 4th win in a row and be the first driver in ARCSOA to ever do it? That would be impressive, but it still would not be enough to take the point lead away from Noah Hart, because remember, Tauger hadn't scored any points leading up to that. Anyway, we'll see you at the round of South Carolina at the Darlington Speedway.